on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that daily fair value gap right here. We said we wanted to see price straight into here and then buy to the upside. So if it does that, good and fine. But if it doesn't, then like we said in the morning, wait for it to come and break here. Now, expecting the dollar index to trade to the downside would mean we're expecting Euro USD to trade higher. Okay, so if you look at Euro USD, this is the daily fair value gap right there. The daily 4-hour order block. We want to see the Euro USD trade into this 4-hour order block before selling to the downside. So once that plays out, we'll be taking the trade in that direction. So for Euro USD, we want to see price trade into daily 4-hour order block. Okay, and I wasn't interested in taking the Euro USD trade for the single reason being that the distance to be covered won't be that much. So I would favor the GBP USD buy than a Euro USD buy. However, if for Euro USD, the price, we started marking this since last week. So we said if price gets into here, we'll be looking for the sell. For GBP USD instead, we said we're going to take a buy because if you look at it from the daily time frame, price is still a few pips off the daily fair value gap around here. So we said we wanted to see if price return to 50% or around this fair value gap before selling to the downside. You can see how that is taking shape. Also on the 4-hour time frame, we said we wanted to see a push of price all the way here before the sell. Then on the 15 minutes time frame, we looked for a buy setup where we said we're looking to see price break above here, which it did. And then we said this order block right here is going to be our point of interest for the buy. Okay, and you can see how price came there. I think we took the trade earlier this middle of the day around 12 or so. Okay, yeah, you can see it here, 12 noon. So that was when we took the trade, and then you can see how that has been playing out so far. The trade has done 1:2. You can see the stop loss is around 15 pips. Okay, exactly 15 pips or so is stop loss. And then take profits is around 1:4, I think. Yeah, 1:4. So we're targeting 60 pips. Right now it has done 30, so we're halfway through with this trade setup. So once the market trades all the way up here, we'll be taking the buy to the upside. So we're looking forward to a buy on on GBP USD to get all the way to this place. So this is our target, and this is the only trade we've taken so far today on GBP, between GBP USD and Euro USD. Okay. So right now we're going to also analyze gold against the dollar. Let's see what we have from gold against the dollar so far.
All right, thank you very much, DJ. Welcome, everyone. Welcome once again. Market Call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. All right, so this afternoon we are going to quickly start with the to see what has been going on since morning. Remember, this morning our analysts are expecting to still buy further a little bit more into this daily POI, which is this daily order block, as you can see here, and with a confluence of a flip zone on the for our time frame. So we are still expecting price to come all the way, especially to come and take out liquidity around this level. Then we can start selling all the way back down again for the sell of the precious metal. But on the lower time frame, we look at 3-minute time frame. We've been anticipating maybe we have a pullback of about 50% of this last swing, then we may join the buy. But there was no any pullback. Instead, market has just been consolidating since morning, then break out all the way at the opening of the New York session. So what we are expecting is further buy all the way into the 4-hour POI, which is around the 4,200 level. Price trade all the way to that level. Then we can now begin to consider shorting all the way to the downside. A quick one to Japan to see what has been going on so far too on the yen basket. Remember this morning, we expect that there is high probability for us to see further sell-off on the yen basket for it to take out this the sell side liquidity. Then we now begin to see the move to the upside. Now, since this is what is happening on the yen basket, we begin to see more push to the downside compared to the buy bias. Then we should try to interpret that on the yen correlated pair. And if you look at the yen correlated pair, there's something going on currently on the yen basket. If you look at it, it keeps creating lower lows, lower lows. But if you look at GBP, JPY, you are going to observe that GBP, JPY has only been creating, equal highs. So that is more or less like a divergence, and that is definitely telling us a story. However, we are still of the opinion that price still has more tendency of buying all the way into the 1 hour shoulder level. If you look at it from the 1 hour perspective, you see this is the shoulder. So we're expecting that price trade, especially for you to first take out this liquidity at this particular point here, just as we have it here. So price is most likely expected to take out this liquidity. You can see that place has been serving as more like a resistance, but we expect that it takes out liquidity there. Then it may, tap into this shoulder level. Then we'll begin to see the sell to the downside. But let's go to the lower time frame to see what is going on the lower time frame. On the lower time frame, 15 minutes, even 5 minutes, we've not seen any market structure shift so far so good. So we've just been seeing double top. So what we should expect to see is, let's wait and see if price is going to give the entry signature for us to follow through to the downside after taking out this liquidity level. Lastly, for Euro JPY, or we call it a day, what exactly has been going on Euro JPY so far since the analysis in the morning. Now, for Euro JPY, you're going to observe that price has only, pulled a little bit back, and compared to the double top that we are seeing on GBP JPY, price has only been, ranging since morning. So I want us to see when we observe a market structure shift, especially on the 15-minute time frame. That's when we'll be, glad to begin to short Euro JPY. And moreover, even on the 1 hour time frame too, we expect that Euro JPY should also still push a little bit up to take out this liquidity. Then we begin to sell all the way back down. So that is the outlook for the precious metal and also the yen correlated pair. We are only waiting for price to take out the liquidity level, give a market structure shift with our entry signature as a confidence. Then we begin to sell all the way back to the downside. So that is all for today on the precious metal analysis and also the analysis of the yen basket with the yen correlated pair. If there is no further question, if there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. We quickly would address that. And if there's no further question, then this is going to be the end of Market Call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team for today being Monday. Till we meet again tomorrow morning by 8:30 a.m. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Once again, I'm Lekon Sherin. Cheers and God bless.